Hello, my friends. Hello. It's good to see you so. We're gonna paint. We're gonna paint. How do we know? We're going to use some paint. I have my green paint. Do you have some paint at home? Well, the one thing I don't have is I don't have a brush. Not at hand. But I did go into my kitchen and I found some sponges. So the sponges are one way of doing our painting today. And if you don't have paper, you can always use paper towel if you have enough. So use paper if you have, but if you don't, use paper towel. That will be the background for your painting. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do is an experiment. How is it going to look if I use one sponge that is dry and one sponge that is wet? Well, first of all, I have to wet it. I have some water in this bowl, and I'm going to wet this sponge, and then I'm going to dip it into the paint and see what happens. But I'm also going to leave this one dry. I'm not going to put that in the water, and I'm just going to put it into paint and see how that takes. So, and remember, always have something underneath your paper or your paper towel so that mommy and daddy don't get upset or your family members don't get upset. Okay? All right, so one sponge in the water. And make sure that it's really soaked, I have to soak this one and soak this one and soak this one good. There we go. And of course, you should try to squeeze it. I'm squeezing it, and then I'm going to put it into the paint. Let's see what happens. All right. Ooh. It is making a nice rectangle. I wonder what I can make. Now let's say I try the dry one. Is it going to change or is it going to look the same? I guess it depends on what kind of paint you're using. Some people might want to use finger paint. Some people might want to just use regular tempera paint. Okay, so let's try this one out. Ooh, well, you know what? Sponge painting with wet and dry. How will yours look? This is the dry one, and this is the wet one. Maybe you want to use different colors when you try this. I wish I had more than one color with me. So have fun with this experiment. One wet sponge, one dry sponge. How will the painting look with two different kinds of sponges used? Okay, have fun.